Okay, that's all right.
Okay,
Because I
so
couldn't
Yama-chan,
find, yeah.
okay, so Yama-chan, she introduced to us that she wants to be Eriko, a Japanese fashion model and traveler, and
Mm-hmm.
Eriko has lived overseas with local host families.
Mm-hmm.
And becoming her, Yama-chan wanted to teach Japanese to young people overseas
Mm,
and maybe encourage them to study Japanese, study at Japanese university. So like
mm,
coming over to Japan later.
mm,
Then she also wanted to like why she wanted to do this is because she thought foster better understanding, which could
mm,
be a beginning of the better world.
mm,
And she also was interested in learning other people's ways of thinking.
mm,
So basically, like how to build better world, she
mm,
was sharing this person, Eriko, a
mm,
Japanese fashion model,
mm,
and the traveler, to us. So
mm.
that was the first one.
Okay.
And Serena said she actually had two people in her mind.
Mm,
And the first was Catherine Kate, or that is
mm.
Cambridge.
I see,
And
I see.
she is so beautiful, kind, and loved by so many people. And, you know,
Mm,
we see her action
mm,
in the media. And another person is Sheryl Sandberg, who
mm,
is the executive at Facebook. And
mm,
Serena said, you know, done is better than perfect is one of
mm.
the quote from Cheryl,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that hits her, um, you know, several times
Mm,
because when you feel like you are not finishing you know something perfect, but you know done is better than perfect, so at
mm,
least some goal is met.
mm,
And for me, because I'm in the US and looking at how, you know, COVID situations are not really, you know, improving,
mm,
I thought about just in the Ardern because, you know, she's leading the New Zealand
mm,
and, you know, that's that's the country who had zero active cases for how many
mm,
weeks before they got another little cluster happening in Auckland, but you know the examples that she sets and the way she leads and the actual results
mm,
of controlling the pandemic
mm,
and to bring their lives closer to normal. Of course,
mm,
not completely normal, and just looking at where we are or
mm,
where we have been in the US, that's what I thought about.
mm,
And we did talk about who we don't want to be, and
mm,
Yamachan had a regretful person or a person with regret at
mm,
the end of one's life.
mm.
And
I
for
see.
Serena and myself, it was Trump
Mm,
for you know obvious reasons, but you know it's much more. It's all about him, his money, and his people, not you know as a leader to lead the
mm.
country. So
Okay.
that's what we had,
Yeah.
and I will stop sharing. Hold on one second. Stop share. Yep.
Okay. Anything from the group? Anything else from the group? Okay.
Thank you.
Good, good. Okay. I think we have just one more group. Group number 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Daisuke and Utsumi-san. That's the group number 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Who is
So
going to report?
I'm gonna be reporting.
Okay.
Yeah. So our group has Hiroaki-san and Gaksen. So starting from Hiroaki-san, the person he wants to become is Barack Obama, and there's a couple of reasons. So first of all, like, he's really decent and first president from Black people, and he is really like compassionate and passionate about his work and really like caring for his own people, unlike Trump. So yeah, like one of the example, like how can I say, he established some Obamacare so that like everyone can receive some medical care, even though like poor or rich. Also, like that one was actually abolished by Donald Trump. And yeah, and moving on to Gaksan, he wants to become a Hayao Miyazaki. And this is actually like same idea as mine.
Yes.
And yeah, and reason for that is like his work is not just entertaining, but also like his like Studio Ghibli has like some philosophy in it. So yeah, I don't know like how to say his work in English, but like most of his work has some like really like powerful themes, like such as like feminism, like ecology, and how to is like how to harmonize with like nature. So yeah, and his own work is will be living even after his death, like as a masterpiece, and like future children can learn some really like important lessons from those masterpiece. So that was the reason, and I basically has same idea as Jackson. So yeah, and one of my favorite movies about his Studio Ghibli is Red Peak, like Train Butter, and it's because not only like main character is highlighted, but also he gives some, how can I say, really like wonderful, like unique characters to female as well, and it's like described as very like powerful and independent and strong women in his own work, and it has like really like vivid message to like almost like everyone. So that's why we love Studio Ghibli. And we also briefly like talked about the person who we are, whom we don't want to be, and everyone says Trump, just like as a group.
Okay. So that's it?
Yeah, so that's
okay.
it from our...
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So I think I covered you all, right? This is every
one
yeah,
thing.
go ahead. Yeah.
May I? We talked about what do we want to do.
Yes, yes.
You are that person. And
yes.
Daisuke-san and I myself would like to make some new work, maybe animation, and with the importance of love and peace and or ecology and that thing. So
I see.
Nowadays the world is quite dreadful situation. So that but by those movies work, so that you know, we can deliver, and also encourage and inspire the people all over the world. So that's what we want to do. And also, I'd like to do it not by the director like himself, but like to lead that project.
I see.
Miyazaki-san. Of course, he's quite old now, so that it's very important for him to educate his staff much more than before, so that those successors will keep that philosophy in themselves, and then keep that same good work in the coming years, even after my death. That's kind of thing that I like to be.
Okay, sounds good. Very good. Okay, anything that you sort of, I think we covered all the groups, and we sort of know who we would like to be, who we would not like to be, and there are some names which came up a few times, but most of them are quite your own choice. And I guess one of the things which we can start discussing is that Donald Trump seems to have the highest count of highest votes of not want to be person. And yet Amemiya-san said that's the person that you would like to be. Tell us a little bit about your reasoning, and probably those who do not want to be Donald Trump, you can share why not.
Okay, so
Yeah.
at first, I don't like Donald Trump
Mhm.
because he tried to divide the world,
Mhm.
and his politic thinking is totally I disagree.
Mm.
But the reason why I choose him, so if I were him, I can change.
Mm.
I thought I can change. So if he do the divide, I will try to do the integrate. So I don't want to follow him. So, but the president of the United States have a lot of power. So if I were him, I didn't act like him, and I can change the world using the power of the president of the United States. So that is the reason I chose him.
I see. So it almost sounds like that you want to be the person with the most powerful person in the world who has an ability to change. But if you want to be Donald Trump, you must be quite confident that you can change his style. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think you're talking more about the status or the job of being the president of the United States. But our question was, who do you want to be? So it seems like I have a little bit of trouble understanding if you want to be Donald Trump now, you are sure that you can convince him to change his style.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you mean if I were him?
Yeah, yes.
I can change his style.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So I understand that if you were the president of the United States, then you can change. But if you become Donald Trump, that's a little bit different story.
Yeah, I think so. Difficult question. So if I just exchange me and Donald Trump, like if I were Donald Trump and his form and his face, but the mind is me, so I can change.
I see.
Yeah, but just the exchange. So
I
the
see.
mind and total exchange, maybe I can't. So I don't want to be.
I see.
May
Okay.
I mention my opinion about
Yes.
Trump?
Yeah.
Actually, his strong point is he did not change his mind. He said he implement what he do. That's his very strong point. So he tried to build a wall between U.S. and Mexico.
Yeah.
And he abolished the insurance system built by the Barack Obama. So this is they work his manifest. And I said I don't want to be Yuriko Koike because she didn't do her manifest. On the other hand, Donald Trump do his promise. So I think to some extent, in such point, we can trust him because he did what he said.
Yeah.
It's his strong point, I think.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
That's it.
Yeah, because I think even though he said many crazy things before the election, everybody thought that he would change if he becomes the president, but he didn't. He got even more extreme than what he said. So in that sense, he's doing what he said he would do. So that's what in a way it's very authentic, even though he tells so many lies. So that's quite interesting. Okay. Anything else? I think Erina-san. Go ahead. Utsumi-san.
May I have the word?
Yes, please.
Yes. Well, I'm talking about the someone who wants to be U.S. president, Ms. Amemia. I'm not quite sure it's useful for her, but a link to Obama Foundation set up by former.
That's why everybody's trying to win the election, seems like. So that's unless you are elected, you can't really do anything. That's what they think. Not necessarily so, but anyway. Okay. Anybody else? Any other comment?
Can I see? Can
Yeah.
I say? So I'm thinking about what I want to be and what difference of what I want to be and what I want to do. So as I hear Amemiya-san's comments, so she I suppose she think she want to do. So she chose Donald Trump, and so I categorize. I'd like to categorize the ability or a possibility. So she do get power to change, and so someone like me, I want to be Yuval Harari, and so do see his thought in his brain, and not version is not look bad like Donald Trump, and not treat awfully like Abe, Ministry Abe, and so do respect their or his or her work like J.K. Rowling's, and so it's very strongly connected to what want to be, to what want to do. That's my opinion.
Okay, so I guess you can go either way, and the reason why I sort of said, who do you want to be, because I thought it would be rather easy to think about some specific person, and then but if we just list all sorts of people that we want to be, then that's not get anywhere. So that's why I said, what do you want to do? We'll get to the good solution. So that's the kind of thing that I that I think. But anyway, so I think it will be a very good opportunity, particularly for the young people, to do something very, very drastic, because I don't think the current leader generation have either energy or resilience to get over this. And as Kazuto Taka said, Japan, whenever there is a big shock to Japan, young people take over. And I think this is the time for that. So in that sense, I think I have a lots and lots of hope. So, but with that note, thank you very much for participating, and just keep in touch, and I will edit this video and post it as soon as possible so that you can take a look at it. So thank you very much. Have a good week. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good night.
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 Thank you. Night.
Good night.
Thank you for your time.